Hello, it's me, Slimantis. After a long wait, the new Tibia 11 client has been officially released. I haven't tested it yet, so I am looking forward to seeing what's new. Prior to release, the client has had several stages of beta testing. I will be discussing the changes in the new client. So let's begin. When you launch the old client, upon entering your login details, you will be prompted to download the Tibia 11 client. You may wish to get the client from here by pressing the install button, or you can go to Tibia.com. Go to account, download client, I agree, and then you can choose to download the client for either Windows or Linux. You can also see the system requirements. You can also continue using TibiaTome, however this will be discontinued in the future. When you first log in, you will notice a blue square and an animated mouse cursor. This was a feature from the Flash client and it is supposed to help with indication. The square highlights objects under your mouse. I think this is a great feature for new players. It can be a bit distracting for players who are used to the Tibia 10 client, so they may not like this. Fortunately, Cipsoft have given the option to untick these in the Options tab. You may wish to untick one or both. When you now target an NPC, creature or player in the battle list, the target will have a glow effect. I quite like this, and I think it does make things a bit easier on the eye, especially in crowded situations. As we can see, Cipsoft have moved and added some of the options. First of all, there is now an option to untick press Ctrl to drag complete stacks. Previously, you had to control and drag every item stack to move them, which could be a bit of a pain. Well, by disabling this option, you will no longer have to press Ctrl when dragging a stack. This will make moving items and looting a lot faster. They have also added Show Private Messages in Game Window and Stay Logged In for Session. So previously you would be logged off after 15 minutes of being idle. Well, if you have this option ticked, you will no longer be logged off until you decide to log off, or until server save. In the graphics option, there is a brand new option called VSync, also known as vertical synchronization. This should be enabled, and Cipsoft have stated though that if you do have low FPS, then you should turn this off for better results. Tibia 11 allows you to assign and customize hotkeys all over your keyboard. This means you can now use WASD, which we've been waiting for. Prior to this, I was using a Razer Tartarus keypad, so my hotkeys are a bit messy. If you are going to use WASD, you need to make sure that the chat mode is off. When the chat mode is off, you will be unable to type, so you will need to re-enable it when you are going to. Similarly to the Flash client, when trading with an NPC, you can now see a picture of an item next to its name in the trade window. In the old client, the stack slider could only move by 10. With Tibia 11, you can now jump to the point you click on instead of only moving by 10. With Tibia 11, the offer lists in the market have been more neatly arranged. The font has also been changed, and it has been slightly more spaced out as well. We can also see that the store button has gotten a bit larger as well. It may take a bit of getting used to, but I quite like it. The display of cooldowns has also been tweaked a bit. For example, you see the cooldown of each spell even if this cooldown is not displayed in the current client. And finally, you no longer need to use Alt and arrow keys to move the map around. You can simply drag using your mouse cursor to the location you want. The reason for Cipsoft making a new client is because there were things on the old client they couldn't develop. So by making a new client, they can improve the performance of the game and add additional features. Well, that's it for this video. Hopefully this has given you a clearer insight into the Tibia 11 client. Thanks for watching and see you next time.